Welcome to week 10, Wildcats of Colors. This week we're going to be talking about the hue green. Mean green, right? So we're going to talk about global meanings of green. We're going to talk about green and mood. We'll talk about green and its relation to color blindness. And we'll talk about the many shades of green. So green, as I said, mean green, right? Green's not just a color, it's a verb. It's a symbol, right, of ecology, and it's always signified birth and growth, and certainly it's been a symbol of fertility. In pagan times, the little green man was a green man was not little green man, but a green man was a symbol of fertility. So as we look at global meanings of green, in Muslim, green is a holy color in Muslim cultures. And in Ireland, and as you know here, it symbolizes good luck, right? It's a lucky color. And interesting though, in other cultures, like in Australia, circus and traveling showmen, they actually consider green bad luck. So in the Ming dynasty, it was certainly the color of the heavens, right? And we see it still as here in America as a sign of good luck with the shamrock and other meanings, right? So globally we associate with nature and environment, ecology, traffic lights, and green cars are considered unlucky, just telling you. You don't see many green racing cars, do you? And we'll talk about green when it comes to traffic lights because well, if green doesn't mean the same thing in all cultures, or if you have color blindness, it might be difficult, right? So, more shades of green, right, than any other color, believe it or not, range from that yellow, green, lime that we see oftentimes to a emerald, right, something with more of a bluish. We have avocado greens. So we have different variety of all the different hues that are involved. Interesting when we look at some of the more global meanings of green, most people associate green with certain language, sayings, right? So we see, hear, and speak actually green. We see green, right? Wasabi, emeralds, right? Peas out there. We see green in nature a lot, obviously. You did the color wheel and you saw that when you did your own little representation. But certainly all over in nature. We see green, I don't know, synthetically. Can you imagine like a shaggy rug, a green shaggy rug? I don't know, bathroom walls? Ick. But we do hear and speak green, right? So green with envy, right? Means you're extremely jealous or envious. Have you heard about green behind the ears, meaning that they're kind of new or immature? Green around the gills, oh, you're nauseated. That never happens to you, right? Because you've been being all healthy. So some other cultural meanings of green that I think is kind of interesting. In China, it may also symbolize infidelity, right? And I put a little video there on the platform for you to watch and learn more about that. I had a student that actually taught me that. She's from China and she explained it to me. Green hat in China symbolizes that a man's wife is cheating on him. So it's interesting. Look at the video. In Israel, it actually may symbolize bad news, right? And in Japan, the words for blue and green are exactly alike. They're the same. In Spain, if you have a bad joke or a racy joke, it's considered a green joke, right? So just some other meanings. When we talk about green and mood, Feng Shui mentions green. And if you have green in your environment, Feng Shui, and you can look into this more too, proclaims absent-mindedness, nervousness. It eases it, absent-mindedness, rudeness, right? It doesn't make you more absent-minded. It doesn't make you more green with nervousness and rudeness, but it actually eases that. So that's kind of cool for those of you who want to use this for marketing strategies, right? And for environmental and your new restaurants. As green in relation to color blindness, how green affects vision. So we said 5 to 8% of men are colorblind, 0.5% of women colorblind. People who are proton, red weak, right? And then there's deuton, which means they're green weak, make up 99% of the group. So what are you going to do? Like, so in Europe, some countries have outlined the traffic light colors so that it's clear which is green and which is red, by which has a rectangle around it. So they use that to signify. In the U.S., some states are actually placing, I don't know if you've seen this, but the diagonal line through some of the green traffic lights to show also. So that's just a little bit about green and color blindness and mood and the global meanings. But I also put on the ULearn site some pictures that talk about the elements that made up original colors when they use pigments, things from nature, right? So I think it's interesting if you get a chance to look at that, look at the video I put on just to see. And as I mentioned, when I was in Ireland, I got to go to a really cool exhibit on that. So that takes care of green. And just a further note on that final presentation, you're to do a presentation based on the research you did from your midterm. And if you have further questions, check in with me, okay? Thanks, and make it a great day.